Yo, I hope y'all see the title of this, and I'm trying to get that thing down pat. You know what I'm saying? Semen retention. Oh yeah, that jank's real, yo. Or semen sacredness. You know, they throw this information out on us. It's a post workout meal. I'm about to do it, but they throw this information out on us from time to time, especially in this day and age. They call the Aquarian age, or the age of Cosmon, the information age, the age of light. Things that they've been, cons- the whole public. Just certain things that just went down. So yeah, semen retention, man, it's a real thing. This is a new wave, or it's the new future, the new norm. If you think you're gonna be continuing on in the future, just what I'm saying, having self equality or just sexual dealings, man, and just running around and thinking that's gonna go down, and that you're gonna elevate. I'm talking about elevating in the spiritual sense. You know what I mean? You can elevate in the physical world because you may be want to be the top fucking or something. That may be your thing. But as far as semen retention goes, man, it's more so of a spiritual gift. That's why working out and semen retention, they go hand to hand, yo. That's what, when you get up in the morning, you're supposed to work out. You transmute that energy into all your cells now. Now you got, what I'm saying, your uncle right here, your bro, or whoever whoever you want to refer to me as, or walk with you to let you see that, yo, it definitely can go down. It definitely can happen as far as like elevating yourself. A lot of people think success is getting a mansion and you got a pool and you got, what I'm saying, kids, and you just let them grow up and be free and they be messed up in the world later on you. Now you on, TV talking about untold unsung stories and all that, but in real life, success is whatever you set out to achieve for yourself, whether in the physical or in the spiritual or just in both. But working out, that helps with a man due to that testosterone that was given to him as a gift from the Most High Creator, or just the I am. It's what you got into you, the ones with a willing and able body to work out, to make you, to shed that excess uh, parasitic energy that be trying to vamp on you daily, that you accumulate. You can accumulate these things daily. They just in the air. They also in the air. Spirits are in the air. This is the reality. It's not just pure science of things. You know what I mean? The science is set forth by the spiritual nature, or the things we call metaphysical. That's spiritual. It's something that we can't see. The forces of nature. These things work together. And just to not confuse you or further confuse you like everybody else do, it's just the all person, the all being. This is why when you sit by yourself, you're in tune with the all person, the all being. It hears your thoughts. It's really you. And you're just manifesting. In this form, you're just an infant. You grow to be a superb spiritual light being as bright as the sun, yo. As bright as the sun, yo. You know what I mean? But you're just babies now. And you was given the wrong foods to eat, mentally, spiritually, and physically. You didn't know what to eat. You didn't know how to work out. You didn't know how to get that stress up off you. You know? You've been watching people take steroids and looking like action figures, like, damn, how can I get like that? And you thinking that you just work out, do 3 sets of just 10. And you think you're going to get like that. Not knowing that these individuals are doing 3 sets of 10 and they have anabolic steroids in them. You know what I mean? As well as eating certain ways, So anyways, though, you can cut the middleman and just start eating right and exact. And when you couple that or pair that up with the semen retention, the light body, working out, oh man, you ain't got no choice but to be swole, happy, and joyful. When they say, hey man, just be yourself, you got to understand, niggas always been being themselves. If you just look back in the past 100 years, the Harlem Renaissance and all these things you see, we've been very entertaining. We was naturally happy, you know, trying to entertain a people who's hard to entertain. As far as like just being happy, you couldn't bring joy to these people, and and we suffered a lot from that because now we have a codependent issue with these type of narcissistic entities. Now you trying to make people happy that don't even really deserve to be happy because they're not working on themselves, even though they're God willing capabilities and abilities, they can do such. And so when you look back at niggas, it's like, okay, damn, they weren't really disgruntled. They was really happy and sharing and loving. So you got to understand, a lot of things that we are just now learning today, it was already known a long time ago, man. You know, I ain't want to get off topic too much because I'm really just want to stay on the workout and the semen retention and the sacredness and the magnetic attraction of that. Because I could just go, you know, I got that Pisces in my in my chart. So yeah, man. Just like I say, semen retention. You know, you naturally was athletic anyway, so you wasn't thinking about lustful desires and just having sex. You know what I mean? And you was basically about having fun successfully and expressing that love and joy to everyone else. You know, you wasn't doing it in a devilish manner. Like, okay, we're bringing in horror movies that are super horrific that can weigh in on your spirit now. You know, now that's affecting you. Anything that you come across is gonna weigh in on your spirit. Remember, you got two aspects, two sides of you. You know, you got a corporeal side and a spiritual side. Let me get close to the whoop, man, because I ain't want to move that. I'm out here in the sun. Peace. I want to say the name. I might as well pick it up because you know I don't want to mess it up. Okay. It's not for me to see it. Peace, brother. Peace. All right. So yeah, you know, thank you for joining and logging on. You know what I mean? Because it's the divine thing, you know, for you to be on it. Because we ain't gonna have that many souls until later on down the line. This is gonna be the new norm in the future. You know, it's gonna do away with porn. You know, a lot of dopamine. Dopamine comes from just when you try to make yourself, you know, happy and joyful, and there's just little points of pleasure. So now you got, you know, outside stimulations or stimuli that comes in and further attack your neural system. Your neural system, you need that. You know, and when you attack your neural system, now you can't get the information and actual nutrients and sewage up out of you now. And it's gonna be hard to do. So it's like, damn, they attack your neural system. Now you just messed up. So semen retention that further heals your neural system. It goes up your whole spinal cord, 33 vertebrae. It's called Jacob's ladder for a reason. You know what I mean? You get up to the top. This was our secret. All the information that they're putting out now, we already knew all that. They just kind of mixed it up a little bit. So now they got to see if the Most High is really real, and He's going to have His hand upon the children who ever have that discernment now. You know, to be able to pinpoint things out. Like, oh no. Okay, that's like that, but it's like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why with bros be like, yo, dodge the hijack. You know what I mean? Because Muslim already came in and planted their little seed amongst you. But working out though, that helps as a man for sure. An hour a day. It's like that's normal. Having a home gym, that's gonna be normal. If you're gonna be able to choose to go to a public gym where you can just chill out and meet people. It's gonna be singles. It's gonna be lined up. The whole world is gonna be at a point where they all experience the all person in one setting due to this semen retention or semen sacredness. Because now you ain't got no choice. You're not gonna be horny that much. You're not gonna wanna bang everything. Once you get through the stages, you got to get through the stages, and it's hell. But when you get through the stages, only the qualify themselves, and this is where the happiness come in, and this is where you start cultivating it. If not, you'll see individuals who are attracted to people who are on men. I'm talking about who are attracted to other men on semen retention, and it's not that they're like sexually attracted, but they just be drawn to them. Like, damn, you know, it's a light. It's a certain thing about them, and they have the same ability. This is when Jesus was always like, "Yo, man, yo, whatever you want to call him, you know what I'm saying?" Was always like, "Yo, what I got, and you can do it better." And shit, you know what I mean? But you have to exercise these gifts, this faith. You know what I mean? Because that builds up when you have your semen retention. If you're low on your light, you won't even be able to access your faith. You may have a little something, but I guarantee you, if you're like a professional athlete and you're still working, you're still having sex, and you're going to work, which is playing professional sports, you're really just lacking on yourself. You're not even giving yourself the ability to see what you're really capable of, you know. And the Most High said, if you are not able to accomplish it on earth with the money, you're gonna have to do it in the heavens without it. Whatever you could have been able to accomplish on earth with it, you're gonna have to be able to do it in the heavens after. That's why you're getting the information now. So it's like, yo, don't say you can't say you ain't get the food information, because it's all in the food first and foremost. It's in the fruits, berries, and the melons. Those are the codes. This is why they attack you through those and give you the GMOs and shit. You know, you're supposed to eat the shit straight off the tree. Papaya is one of the best fruits you can get. You know, I planted one of the trees over there on accident, like 3 or 4 of them. Guys just dumped the seeds over there. Now I got like 3 or 4 of them ones growing up. I topped them off so they can be low. Boom. Now they produce papaya. And you know, the thing about eating papaya, you ain't supposed to chew the seeds up. You're supposed to swallow them joints, and that's when the natural antioxidants and you know, detoxification thing gets to going on and shit. But yeah, semen retention, man. You know, as far as like it's dealing with your You're healing. You have to heal. 100 years you thought your love was wrong. You couldn't really truly be yourself, because when you was being yourself, you was loving someone who couldn't love theyself. It was like having a bucket with a hole in it and you just pouring all your love. I'm talking about in the culture, you wasn't appreciated for the things that you've done as a nigga, man. Just like that. And I know I got other individuals, races, and I don't want to say it like that, like racist, but if you do the knowledge of the word, the suffix of the word, the butterfly, it means someone who studies something, like a journalist. That's one who does journals. Anything who does with it. So they trick you with the wordplay, man. You're not a hatred person. Niggas ain't hatred at all. That's why they turned it on themselves. Like, damn, you don't like the love I'm giving you. What if I hurt myself now? And it's like, okay, that's when they see, okay, now he's hurting himself. That's good. Da, 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 da. It's like, will you accept me now? And it's like, when you're dealing with an individual who had that much love, that much empathy, then it's like, damn, everything turns around now. You forgot all of what you were capable of doing. These beings that forgot where they were from, they was given an identity. It was called African American, and they're not even African American. There's more individuals that was already in America and shit. You know what I mean? All these things, it's like they kind of hide from you, and then took your virginity from you through sex, through anal sex, most likely, if you were, a POW of war or basically a slave or whatnot. And this thing was imprinted into the gene now, and it passed down to the one who was able to stop the shit, you know, because it's like the self-hatred was real. When you're dealing with psychology now, you know what I'm saying? Semen retention, all this is blending together, G. Hey, what's up? Singing Dove. Somebody around, they listening. I thank you for letting me know. So you know, psychology, dealing with cluster B personality disorder, this is where this forms at. When you're around a people or a species who are all like that, they can gaslight their shit onto another species who are like empathic and make these empathic people go delusional. And this is like real life shit, man. You know what I mean? And I'm touching on it on this channel because it's all revolves around working out, tapping into your spiritual inheritance. It's more than the money, but you can get the money, but that's just supposed to, supply your needs of like in the corporeal form, in the corporeal world. You can make your shit. You're in a creative age. You can probably make your clothes now, or you can buy clothes that's made by individuals that you may appreciate that they make. And it's like, as long as they did it, I like it. You know what I'm saying? If it came from their those individuals, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of narcissistic people, they done took advantage of the innocence of the people. You know. But I'm just talking about, how you dealing with niggas. And I'm not, hey, and I love my Europeans that's on the world. That's like, I like some American Europeans too, though. I'm just saying, or Caucasians, but the ones in the world over, like in Italy's and all of those, the French and just the certain world countries that I don't name, like Russia. I know I'm forgetting a lot of them, man, but they seem to show me more love than a lot of American white folks. You know what I mean? And I just see this a little bit more genuine with them. They have traveled the world and they'll go back home. And I just like look at it like, damn, them people, I actually click with them. And I'm not saying it in like a bad way, but I actually click with them because they show more, spiritual nature of like give and take and shit, like honor and shit. You know what I'm saying? But when you being a nigga, you being exposed to certain individuals, like, damn, I just didn't even care that your honorability is like, yo, I'm gonna give you the shirt off my back. And they'd be like, it's a saying they said back in the South, like a brother see a white folks, you know what I mean, and be like, yo, they see a puddle on the ground, brother take off his coat, boom, lay it on the ground, let him step in the puddle on his coat. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? They just did that for the man. It's like it's like, do you like that? It's not even like I serve you, but it's like the love of that to be broken down from that all the way to like, man, fuck it, they don't like me, I don't like myself. It's kind of crazy. So now you're in the healing point. So that's why when they say, when a black man say, when they say, oh man, just be yourself. That's what it goes all the way back to this. Just be yourself. Like, nigga, I tried to be myself. Myself is loving, kind, compassionate, forgiving. But it's like the shit that they push in NAGA too. It's not that they will go out and do hellish things to another race, because you have never seen niggas do no shit like that ever in your ever life. That they went out and did something horrific like that. They only did it to their own self. And if they did it to somebody, they did it to someone that they felt that impressed them. If it made the news or some shit like that. But other than that, you'll see all the horrendous acts being held towards niggas and shit. And that's when niggas was high up in their light. And I have to say it like that because they all call they say people say nigga anyways in private. So it just means king. It's not. It doesn't mean derogatory. You know what I mean? Niggerly is just a original way of acting. Like, damn, they got a little extra soul. That's why they don't call Africans niggas. You know what I'm saying? Some of them over there, they some chosen ones. But I'm talking about that soul. Like, it's an extra word. You know what I'm saying? That right there can mean something. When you say, you know what I'm saying? You hear niggas say that. You know what I mean? Right? You feel me? That means it's a tone and energy, vibration, and force and magnetism that's all in that word and the way it's said and how it's said and the underneath the unseen, which is the spiritual point. It must be like, right, I feel you. Because we do. Shit. This is the harmonious music in the world that shows that there's an all person because there's a such thing as harmonics. You know what I'm saying? And then there's messed up harmonics that'll harm you and shit. You know what I mean? And put you in further um, servitude, you know, of someone who is in a narcissistic sense, and that's dealing with psychology again, because we're gonna touch the psychology shit, because when you're dealing with, you know, working out and shit, we're tapping into our spiritual inheritance over here. You know what I mean? Money's gonna come along with it, because they're gonna promote this in your face now. You want to make money, want to make tens of thousands of dollars to do this? Yes, of course. You know you want to do shit that you love and shit, but at the same time, what is it for? What you're sacrificing? Because you have a spiritual inheritance that you really don't need to use the money too tough. But you can manifest the money if you master your spiritual nature. Then you'll become a master manifester instead of them just giving you certain things like leads and shit. Now you attract these things, the things that you need, you know, because people judge you. It's not for man, really. You know what I'm saying? Like I be sitting on here chest naked on the lava rock. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if a man judge me or not. I don't care if he judge me if I got a car or not, because I don't care about the gaslighting of that culture of that way of life, how they live. You know what I mean? It's like keeping up with the Joneses. I got to do this. You know what I'm saying? I already know what you got to do. You got to keep. You have your knowledge, wisdom, understanding, freedom, justice, equality. You know what I'm saying? Your food, clothing, and shelter, which they do attack the nigga on, because it's like food, clothing, and shelter. Nigga, no. We're gonna give you this type of food, and you ain't gonna know what to eat, and you ain't gonna know how to eat, you ain't gonna know how to work out, or nothing. You ain't gonna have no place to live, cause shelter, nah, it's to cover you from weather and shit. No, we don't want you covered from weather. You know what I'm saying? And you won't have you add no clothing either, motherfucker. Now we want to put the worst clothing on your ass. We want to give you some polyester and let you style it, and therefore we know, cause you know you got the influence of the world. Everybody gonna be we wearing polyester and shit. Now you got mugs. Now they see you on dope and shit, neurotoxins. That shit spread all over the world now. Now they put it in all kinds of fucking agents now. That's how they attack your neurons. You only got 3 components. We're going back to that again too. But this is how you heal it up through the semen retention. It's like it has no choice because you got cerebral spinal fluid just floating through your body, man. And then that semen with it, with no porn, because your porn, you know, it's gonna take a moment to get off of porn and shit, you know what I'm saying? But you want to get to your first 14, 12 months. After that, you'll start changing up, G. Everything start looking different. You'll look different. The people will look at you different. You know, it'll just everything will be different. You know what I'm saying? Every day is a new day of happiness, you know. And working out just only enhances it, eating the fruit. You know, you're not gonna be able to attain happiness at a point where, you know, because you're getting back up to your point again. Because you was like you couldn't be yourself. You had to be somebody else in order for somebody to be happy to you, be happy for you. You know what I mean? To be happy in general that you're up under. You didn't realize what the hell was going down and what was taking place. Because it's a lot of shit. If you look at Dr. Martin Luther King, you know, he was, you know, yeah, I'll say he's an agent and everything, but the way he carried about himself, he still rolled with the nonviolence. He treated these people like they were still human, you know, and he was like, and even though they called them 3/4 of human, he had to act where he reviewed, where it was like, yo, man, they know that the American Indians are the niggas and shit, and for anyone else who was going to be an American citizen, he said it in forth in the future. But the niggas are the only ones who civilized act has to be renewed like every 25 years, like, you know, and it's a trick to say 3/4 of a human, or are you 3/4 human? You know, anyways, the semen retention, all of this gets your thoughts back to being regular again. You know, if they see you out here, you know, they ain't worried about you if you're on drugs and shit, if you're jacking off, watching porn all day, you know, not educating yourself, you know, not tuning into the word, to the true word of the creator or the all spirit or yourself, not meditating, not taking time to yourself to relax, always constantly in the hamster wheel trying to get money, get money, get money. and not a time to just cultivate your spiritual nature, you know, they know you ain't gonna be able to ascend. They know you ain't going up to your upper higher inheritance. That you actually have cousins up there. You have cousins and you got family, you got brothers, you got, and everybody's up there. You know what I'm saying? And so when they tell you now they're still, this is dealing with the spiritual nature because it's all spirit. When you say spirit, there are spirits on earth that haven't even left earth yet because they haven't put in the work. And this is where the abortions and shit come in at, because these are spirits that grow in the spirit world, but they don't know nothing about the physical world because it was aborted. This is very serious. This is where the gods come in. This is their duty to arrange certain subjective heavens so these spirits can go to get off of earth. Unless they'll sit and they'll molest your ass all day and night. And that was the example they left all over the world, except with niggas, because niggas was the only ones that was with the Great Spirit, and whoever else lived on the continent of Guatemala or America. We had other Native Americans. They know too. They was rocking the feather also. It's not that they were first; they came too. You know, we were sharing the land. It's over 500 some nations. You know, we already had a United States. And we was inviting people from all over the world anyways. Because why? There was already cities that was built. Manhattan was already built. They didn't build that shit with horse and carriage, despite the pictures that they took and saying that they built Empire State Building. You know what I'm saying? It's the Empire State for a reason. You know what I'm saying? It is Atlan or Utlan or Atlan in the Greek Atlantis and Greece and Babylon. All that East Coast is that whole shit. Anything east of the Mississippi. Then you got west. That's over towards Israel and shit. Going all the way down, you know what I mean, into Mexico, into South America. You know, and all out to the Pacific Islands and the Great Triangle in the Pacific Ocean, where there is Israelites, natural Israelites. They are in the Great Triangle. They call them the Polynesian. You know, that's what the names they're gonna give them up. But they from Hawa, the Great Word, the Great Spirit. Hawa is the oldest word that we know of the Great Spirit, as far as like when you're dealing with the Hebrew, you know, dialect. You know what I mean? So Ha is the secure breath. You know, so once you get back to that breathing again, you know what I'm saying? Learn how to breathe. Breathe in through the stomach, through the nose, push the stomach out, blow it out through the mouth. Naturally, you got to think now. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't know how to breathe because they tricked you from breathing from birth. When they cut that umbilical cord, cut that shit off. Now when you breathe, it burns your lungs. That's why you started crying, or any baby cried. If you don't cut the umbilical cord, the baby won't cry. This is why in Exodus it shows you on why you're supposed to have a lotus birth. Or I think it's in Ezekiel. Either one of them books. Y'all can find it for me. It's there. I done forgot more than mugs know, man. You know what I mean? It comes with it. But all I gotta do is refresh and remember, because it's already for a guide. You know, a little trick of the words. But yeah, you know, you learn how to breathe the wrong way from birth anyway. So if you're breathing the wrong way, you're getting the wrong information now. Now your pyramid that's on your nose is not pulling in the right elements, or it's not pulling in the elements in the right combination for you to interpret the information, like from the light codes and sources. This is what you do in the spirit realm and atmosphere, which is the intermediate world after death, or when death hits. This is what you do in the spirit when they show in the movies and you just, yes, did you summons me? Because it's just like that, but you're doing it now in a slowed down, denser view, which is called corporeal reality. Hence, corpor, once you die, corpse. You know what I mean? Marine corpse. You know what I mean? It's not like a corporation, but the same type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Your body's like a corporation organically from the organic creator. They have inorganic heavens and organic heavens. If you go about going the wrong way, you're gonna be going to inorganic heavens. And we're getting you to the organic heavens. This is light body building. You know what I'm saying? Right now, you have the chance to build your light body. Working out helps put it in motion, man. Because when you work out, you're gonna want to eat right. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be feeling good. That kundalini gonna be up. Chicks gonna be digging you and shit. You ain't gonna want to be lustful. You're just gonna be going out, chilling with them and shit, having a good time, whatever. You ain't gotta be like, damn, I wanna get some head, or finding out what the hell they capable of doing that's good, like your Terminator sensors on, like, what's she good at? What's she good at? Get a hand job at least in this ugly motherfucker. No, but shit like that, man. You ain't gonna be like that, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna buy you. You ain't gonna objectify women and shit and people no more, more, because you're gonna value yourself. Your energy done went up to your heart chakra even more. Now you're working out and breathing more, better. Uh, now you know the science of psychology. We're going back to psychology again. All of this is said is boom, boom, boom. It's up in there. So it's like a whole bunch of mental tabs open. So we got to reach for it. So the psychology of niggas being gaslighted and projected upon, being they self anyways, because their self is naturally happy, naturally want to help someone. And that just goes back to Dr. Martin Luther King turning the other cheek, that we naturally did that. You know what I'm saying? We naturally offered people land. We when they came to America, we naturally did it. It was a part of our being. But could we have been offering land to a natural or unnatural AI biological entity? You know what I'm saying? That don't have the ability to have everlasting life, but yet they appear or try to act as such. And you had to give it a personality by them watching you. After they paid attention to you, or to niggas, that's when they learned how to act. Once they learn how to act like with niggas, they know how to act around the world. And it just seems like with all those whole Cabbage Patch Kids and these worlds being brought into these beings, or they had back in the early 1900s, where there was a whole bunch of postcards of just orphans. You know what I'm saying? Caucasian orphans and a couple other a couple other nationalities in there. When I say that doesn't mean anything derogatory. But just, other cultures, and it just shows like, bam, they was getting produced like in a field, the Cabbage Patch doll, like they show later on in the 80s. The 80s was the twist. That's when it all really changed up. Now I grew up in the 80s. That's when the crack hit, the garbage pile kids hit, because they're like the Cabbage Patch dolls on steroids, man. You know what I mean? And so, a lot of things changed up. Video games came out. Mario Brothers came out. But my understanding that Mario Brothers was like life. Yeah, you was getting the coins, but what really mattered in Mario Brothers? You know what I'm saying? Shit, it was the spiritual nature, man. He had to get the flower, then hit the fire and shit. He had to learn how to fly. Then nigga had to get big, eat the mushroom and shit. Yeah, you can beat the game on small, but it's like, why you got to do that for? You know what I'm saying? You may learn how to do that shit later, but you ain't got to beat the game on small. Get that mushroom, get that spiritual connection. It's not like it's, what I'm saying, like it's a drug. That's why they make drugs that may cause dopamine in you and not serotonin. These are all spirit molecules, man. And so I be going all the way over there to come all the way back type shit. You know what I mean? But it's all built around working out, fruit, and semen retention for a man. This is when a woman's gonna respect the shit out you, B. She gonna respect you so much, man. G, women respect me now. They be mad that they gotta respect my ass too, cause it's like, damn, this thing ain't got this, but I like it. In real life, women already got their own money, so you ain't gotta pay for their ass. You know what I'm saying? If you pay for a broad now, she's damn near like a bum type chick. Cause women are super hard workers, G. They get the hell up and go work with 4 kids in the house. And I mean, got to do something. Not the fact that they want to get away from the children. They just know how to work and get it done. You know what I'm saying? Driving a brand new car. All kids graduating from college and shit. When you got a strong woman like that, I got a niece that's like that. Her children's father got murdered. You know what I mean? And she raised the babies. You know what I'm saying? It's just, oh man, it's great. It's phenomenal, man. So I know the power of a woman. You know what I'm saying? All they got to do is see your ass be disciplined on your own self. They don't like you if you just can't be disciplined on yourself. Like, yeah, she's a super ultra orgasmic creature, G. You know what I'm saying? So she's gonna naturally love sex, naturally, right? But you want it all the time and shit, and you just wanted it, she's gonna naturally do it. But it's like you're so low, it's not gonna be respectful. You know what I mean? You may be playing off of some energy that she got too, but you don't have the ability to stop it. You think that she has the ability to, like, man, but shit, you let me. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, nah, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? You got the power when it comes to that. Let me pick it up. I'm just chopping it up. We're talking about that. Says, how you know so much? Who says that? It's cute. Hey, this is how long until I can break. How long you been on Sense? What's my man, KQ? How long you been on it, y'all? Sorry about that. I had to turn the phone up. I got to move it up a little bit, though. But yeah, let me know how long you been on it, man. Because you can go, it just depends, man, how long you can go. It depends on what your natal chart. You know what I'm saying? This is when I really have to really, really, really get in tune. And you'll have a good answer. But just off of just a whim for the average person, you know what I'm saying? If you never went longer than 3 days, you can probably get a weekend. I gotta say it like that, a whole week. But if you went longer than a whole, I'm talking about without doing nothing to touching and shit like that, you know what I mean? You can probably get about a weekend, but you're gonna feel better. But once you do relapse or whatever, it's gonna be bad. You're gonna feel sad. You know what I'm saying? You may feel relief for the first day. That's because your body's hurrying up, trying to replenish itself. But after that part go down, it's like, oh damn, it's not at the point where it was. Then you're gonna feel the difference. The magnetic attraction to slow down. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not high up. If you was high up, then you know what I'm saying, you can afford to lose a month. So it just depends on what you're thinking about. But when you're low on light, you're gonna be thinking about sex for about a year, a lot more. You know what I'm saying? For a longer period of time. I mean, I can only imagine. I forgot now, but I did know I did used to entertain sex in my brain, in my mind, with different chicks or whatever. If I need to get this mug or something like that, you know what I mean. But then I thought that was normal or something, but it's not normal. Dude. It's not normal to daydream about a chick. You're giving her all your energy, man. Man's energy is so important. I can pull up some scientific studies, but we're just gonna go off it esoterically right now. You know what I'm saying? That light you got when you bust a nut in the chick, man, she glows. Anytime you having sex with her, man, and she swallows your semen, man, she fucking be alive. She can live. She's gonna glow. Her ass is gonna grow so huge. This is how it is with certain chicks. It's like that. Who got the genetics, depending on if they're mesomorph, endomorph, or ectomorph. But this light is filled with a whole bunch of BCAs, proteins. They'll survive, G. You know what I'm saying? You breathing off the ethers the right way, gathering the elements, you can bust a nut. If y'all had to live and shit and you had nowhere to go, she can eat that shit. You can too, but it's fucked up. But you know what I'm saying? But she definitely can. Because now she's got your intelligence, but now she's out. She knows this now a little bit, and you got a lot of sluts out, so they'll do a lot of different men. They'll use a man for different reasons, you know. And when that's dealing with the slut, I'm not talking about the hard working woman, the hard working chick. You know what I mean? The one that's you see her working out. She's at a point she ain't really worried about too much. She got a certain mean level to her. That's where you want her. She got to have a certain meaning. She can't just be super nice. If she's super nice, you got to see that. Okay, that's a mask probably because she might be a narcissist. You know what I mean? Some of them are narcissists. Some of them are borderlines. Now borderlines, they are just pure emotional, man. You know what I mean? And it's like, damn, you'll love a borderline chick because they're like, they're you have fun with them. You know what I'm saying? Like they know that they're borderlines. They're cutters, but the sex with them is the best. You know what I mean? A narcissistic chick, they have the body and everything. They think they the shit already. They had a body or whatever, or the status of the money. So they think this you fucking them is just like is a plus for you, that type shit. Until you break them down and be like, if you're a borderline type male, because normally a borderline male pairs with a narcissistic female. But if a borderline male and a borderline female comes together, then that sex is off the chain, B, because they fucking the shit out of each other. And they because they've been through something when they was little, B. You know, they've been through something when they was little. Because normally borderlines they've been through like, molestation, or or they started sex early, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much. Or they had incest or something. These are all lined up now, you know what I'm saying? All this is all bodybuilding too. You can clear all this out with bodybuilding and working out and all of these things and building your semen retention level up because you got to heal. I know some subscribers of mine are got to be high sexual, energetic motherfuckers because if you if you're saying like, man, I gotta have semen retention, that means you must like fucking, G. You know what I'm saying? You like women, and that's good. And some of you might like dudes, or might like sex so much you went so low that might happen too. But it's not like in a way where you may not let yourself go, or it's just all kind of shit that goes along with it. It's the part being on the corporeal world. Me, I like women a lot. I always love them motherfuckers and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I always knew. But the thing is, though, you have to know what gene you come from. Your actual, make sure I put this down. Your actual gene, like what they was exposed to know what to heal and what not to heal. Because you're like, okay, mama, I didn't know you did this. No wonder why I like motherfucking doing that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when I found out through the race card, you know what I'm saying? You can see, like, niggas like fucking, and like Caucasians like sucking. You know what I mean? And Asians, they just like watching. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it goes, man. And of course, like the Latinos and stuff, they like talking. So So yeah, you put it together. The truth is in the porn, you can learn from it, but then you know how much you got to go. It depends on your school to get out of it and shit. Or you just be susceptible to them spirits that just are lustful and they feed off of your sexual energy. These are spirits now. We're in the spirit world. It's more than science, man. These energies who probably haven't lived a whole full corporeal life and shit. You know what I'm saying? They've been on the earth plane until for a long time and shit. And so people conjure these spirits. You got witches, bad witches, and warlocks and shit. They conjure these spirits, man, on a normal, on a daily, man, to people that they having sex with and shit. You know what I mean? And these beings will be around y'all and shit. And it depends on who you is. You might give into it like, yeah, let's do this, girl, or let's do this, dude, or whatever the all is, whatever's going on. And then now you having disease shit. You having STDs for real, like spiritually transmitted diseases. Vermins is in you and shit now, man. This is why celibacy for a season for a man, you know what I'm saying, born again virgins is the key. We're talking about it right now while the moon is in Virgo and shit. That should give you the energy for the next couple of days and be like, man, I ain't fucking, because Virgo is the virgin. It's about not fucking. You know what I mean? Honoring the self, honoring the light body within. And then you'll draw women, you'll attract women. You got to give it up for a season. And if you're young, oh man, it's even better. And you're an athlete, it works in your favor. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're a young athlete, it works in your favor because a lot of athletes they can't resist a woman coming up to them. And I done have all kind of tests. I had all kind of women, even the ugly, sexy ones. I mean, like ugly, yeah, there's ugly, sexy ones. Sex appeal is real. You know what I mean? And then I have all kinds, and they continue. They're gonna continue to go because the earth is striving to make sure you're ready and graduated out this plane so you can form your heavens, man. So you be united with like body individuals, you know what I mean, where you get to build this shit now. It's more than just having sex with a woman. If a woman think you just want to keep having sex with her, I mean, she don't place no value to it because now she know everybody want to have sex with her. She been knowing everybody want to fuck her since she was before she had a period, damn near. You know what I mean? Right at the period point, when she started developing, she knew what something was, and because she has the desire to do something to a man or something sexual, you know. And we didn't, as men, didn't really have that desire too much unless it was something genetically that was passed down. You didn't know why you got that type of shit, and that comes every now and again. That's like a rarity or an anomaly type shit. You know what I mean? But dealing with semen retention, you can heal a lot of shit. You just gotta have the actual willpower. And if you don't have the willpower genetically, you're gonna have to use the cosmic divine help, which is when like the moon is in certain signs or certain eclipses to put these energies once and for all in the past and not bringing them back up again. It's like picking at a scab, and you be like, man, I couldn't let it heal because shit, you keep picking at the motherfucker. The blood is here to heal that motherfucker and shit. You know what I mean? But yeah. So basically, you know, I was gonna say more things, but that's gonna be about the race type of card. You know what I mean, with Dylan. But it's not really a thing to build about because as all humans, you all possess some type of capability to have some form of self-control. You know what I mean? And this is what sets everybody in order. Now we have so many people on Earth that we don't have like barbarianisms, like we don't barbarianisms and shit. People through their genetics now can reach the everlasting life. Now they can actually go up to because they can't get into space and shit no other way. I don't care if you got SpaceX or not. You're not getting. You're only getting to the highest plateau of Earth at that point before it gets to like the lowest heavens of atmosphere. You're not going up no more. You know what I mean? Until your spirit goes up past these points. But yeah, man, I went off the subject. I know I'm about to go ahead and bust this thing open right here. Let's see if y'all said something. But yeah, man, basically working out. If you have a habit of working out, all you have to do is just change the eating up. Semen retention, oh man, everything is gonna work just fine, G. You're not gonna be like, you're not gonna have no low confidence. You're gonna know what you want to do. You know what I mean? You're gonna have a set schedule. Not saying that you have to complete the schedule every day, but something that you can tap into your spiritual inheritance on, where you're not working and forcing yourself to do something on somebody else's time. Because once they got you on their time, then you're out of time. You know what I mean? You're out of your mind at that point because you're not going to be able to achieve and hone these supernatural gifts, skills, and talents that the Most High blessed you with. You know, and working out is definitely going to help as a man because I don't think there's no man that's not shouldn't work out. I don't care if you're a button pusher, man. You should be the swollest button pusher in the world type shit. You know what I mean? And eating right is the way that's going to get you to that point. You know, eating is really where it's at. I don't care what you can work out in the gym. Have you seen them mugs in the gym, man? They work out Man, I see them all the time. I'm back in the gym. It's like my third week again and shit, so it changes up. So I know they like, damn man, what the hell? That nigga came in different, but now look at this nigga. And they don't even want to ask a question. They just want to stand all by me and act like they just better because they think they got the money or whatever the fuck. It's the part of the world that I'm in. So the cluster B personality, narcissistic type shit is real. It's real out here, man. You know what I mean? So they think until the naturals notice, like, wait a minute, what's real health or what's real riches? And they see, like, what makes this motherfucker that's outside? We know we can call him a bum, but they don't want to say it because they like it's something. He knows something, but their ego won't even let them ask, and because they know that they will have to pay. I would say shit for free, but it's like you can afford because you got millions of dollars or thousands of dollars, man, and it's okay. I'm rich for the creator. We cool. You know what I mean? But at the same time, we can blend this together and we both can be happy. I have an everlasting gift to give. You give me something, I make use it in the current because it's a currency. I may just use it for a quick second and the wave will glow out. Shit. You know what I'm saying? But what I have to say, you can hold that for forever. Like ever. Like in your afterlife now, into the light realms, nigga. You will remember this. So don't you think a NAGA could be compensated a little something for that? And I'm not even begging. I'm just saying. So this is where this separates them with asking me something. You know what I mean? But to the ones that's real, that donate or whatever, just slid some dollars, appreciate y'all because y'all just know what's up. And this is another thing about niggas too. If niggas, you see them, they got some money. Oh, everybody got some money, G. That's always been real. If a nigga got some money, his homies got something. If he ain't got that much and he's a stingy motherfucker, the Most High kind of, because he's from the seed of the Creator, man. The Most High kind of punished that motherfucker. Like, man, you ain't even sharing, dog. You know what I'm saying? Didn't I share my talents with you? You know what I mean? Did I give my knowledge with you? Because you think that's your own knowledge that you standing upon, my nigga? You standing upon the foundation of the Creator's knowledge. It was already here before you got here. You just observing this shit and becoming wise to it, to see the understanding, to live your culture, which is free, to become a God. You're just a God baby, a God seed, like an infant right now. Shit. You supposed to become as light, as bright as the sun, G, like for worlds. You know what I mean? So like it gets deep, G. So by just cultivating, by mastering the body first, foremost, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna start, the happiness comes into play. The love and the peace and the happiness is a part of the jewels. The 12 jewels already got up to the food, clothing, and shelter. Love, peace, and happiness. Love is the highest elevation of understanding. We see that, you know. And peace is what's obtained when you knowledge, or just sit in just your stillness. And happiness comes about. It's like a happiness that nobody can understand and shit. You know what I mean? And by working out, you're gonna get that's a part of the whole situation. That's a part of the whole equation. Then eating right is a part of the whole equation as well. When you're eating stuff like fruits, it's gonna make you happy, man. It's gonna make you have like, it's a natural joy. It's like if you drink liquor, you're gonna be happy for that moment because it's a pleasure. It's like it's fermented. Now that fermented, you're gonna pay a price for that fermented shit because it's acid. It's building up in your physical body, the temple now, and we know acids cause disease. What we say disease or whatever shit. You know what I mean? A lot of us should be saying this. They should be talking about this shit. You know what I mean? But we're gonna talk about this on another show or another time, another live. But right now we're keeping it with the semen retention. You know what I mean? And how to heal it and keep your cerebral spinal fluid floating around and healing all your cells coated with the cerebral spinal fluid that goes throughout your whole body, man. And like I say, it's so powerful that it can feed a woman, man. A woman gets happy off of you. If she's not having sex, she's kind of mean, and that's good. And like I say, if she's having sex, and she gets a choice now, and she kind of objectifies you now, you know. And now you don't feel victim, but now you're coming back. I'm just saying she's like pretty low right now, but it doesn't matter because the Most High will supply you with the right wisdom, which is the woman. You know what I mean? If you want to have a wife or not, because why? You're preparing your temple now for her or for you first for the Creator. Now you got to get bless you with somebody if you truly want. You know, you have your family again. Because at first you didn't know no better because you was dealing with a gene that was tampered with and touched in the first place. So yeah, man, you want to heal yourself. I wanted to get to starting eating this, but I'm gonna sit. It's kind of hard, but it's gonna be nice. I got it last day. I might eat the other one. The other one I think is a little. Oh yeah, damn. Shit, the other one is really soft. Jesus. But this is post workout vibe. So I did my back today. Y'all can't really see what I did in the back. I did my back. It's a Donatello Ninja Turtle back workout, man. have you like that 3D bag, like, you know what I'm saying? I was going low, not a T-bar, but something equivalent to the low T-bars. And I did some triceps. Did all the little whoops. Oh yeah, buddy. We're gonna take some subs too. We'll show you what's up with the subs. I know for those who want to take some subs and get that next. See what we're going on. So what bro say? KQ. What's the longest? Right now, man. This is 5 years. So how many months is that? It's a little over 5 years now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like 63 months, I think. But before I've already went like I did the 3 months, the 4 months. I did the 2 weeks before. I done did 10-month stretches like several times. You know what I mean? And I did a 29-month stretch. And every 7th month is very hard. It's like you get tested. You know what I mean? You get tested, and that's when it depends on the test. The test return is a different types of tests. You know, so. But yeah. Oh man, this nigga said after 6 days. That's a long time, G. That's what's up, man. 6 days. Hey, I'm proud of your motherfucking ass. I don't care what nobody say because you're strong in 6 days. You can notice the difference. Now the next rip is like, man, let me go 7 days. You should be excited to be like, man, let me get to the 7th one. Because I remember I broke my first time after 7 months. That's when I didn't know the science of 7. That science of 7, man. You know what I'm saying? When you get to that 6th and 7th point and 8th point, ooh, it gets hard because it's like them chakras that are high up. Same thing with the days. It's equivalent, just like 7 days. 6 days is still 6 chakras. You know what I mean? But you're doing it on a lower level, like the small count. And it gets bigger with the bigger count when you get like a Mayan calendar type shit. You know? But when you go 7 days, you be like, oh, I'm strong now. You know what I'm saying? 8 days? Oh yeah. It's gonna be right. So pull it out. Yo, man, weed is off the chain, G. It's a good thing. That's like what the man, etheric beings smoke light, basically. You know what I'm saying? That's light. Weed is considered light. Mari, oh, wipe my shirt off. I got the cotton out now because I didn't smoke. But yeah, weed is considered light, G. You know what I'm saying? It's a fruit, it's a herb, it's a weed. You can use it for clothing, you can use it for everything. You know what I'm saying? For a lot of different shit. So herb, you want to say herb or the fruit, because weed is just basically the leaf. You know what I mean? And that's like the trim and shit. They got some weed. I mean, like, man, I'm poor, man. You just give me the weed, man. Just give me the trim. But no, like, let me get the fruit, dog. So, but yeah. Other than that, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you get these fruits into you at least at the beginning of your day. If you're gonna eat, you gotta be disciplined on yourself. That's how you get to that point, you know. So you eat your actual, you know what I'm saying, your meal later on, you know. But strive to eat fish only. You know, get out in the sun if you can. If it's wintertime where you at, get out there when it's sunny so you can actually get some sunshine on you. I don't care if you're white, black, Asian persuasion. You know, we're all men in the world, so we gotta like change it up a little bit. If not, the Most High is gonna do even more to mugs who done did people wrong. And you got people in the world now that's like that's pairing up with the spirits and shit, the low spirits, and say, let's see, you know. But yeah, we're gonna jump into some more workout videos too. Some workouts. I was gonna have a members only. It depends on what it is, you know, because I can actually do something that's a little bit more in depth instead of just like, yo, this is what I do, this is what it is, you know. Just make it a little bit more in tune. And it depends if, like I said, I do one-on-ones with them who really want to have that you know, that brother, that mentor, especially when talking about semen retention, you know, because it's real talk when you talk about that, you know. Working out, it's a whole bunch of people who work out. You know, they'll tell you the sets and what to do, but it's not a whole bunch of people working out and tell you what sets to do and how to eat the fruits, when to eat the fruits, things of that nature. Like with this, to eat this fruit, you eat the seeds, you can eat these seeds, but you don't chew them, you swallow them. You let the acid in your stomach bust it open, you know what I mean? And then do what it do. But yeah, so that's when I come in at the specialist in this nature, the niche that we have right here that the Most High blessed the mother upon. You know what I mean? There's people talking about medicines and certain cures and, you know, sounding very articulate, you know. But you know, as far as like the practice or the walk it part, you don't see it too much, you know. And I had to make sure to wait to show you the walk as I done already been 2 times grown already. Like my children already grown. To show you like, yo, I done delivered these grown ass motherfuckers. They grown. You know what I'm saying? And I reared, I'm saying not raised, but reared these other grown ass motherfuckers too. We all combined together. You know what I'm saying? And we all was eating what? Fruits and shit together, right? Going out, doing things and balancing our shit out. We have receipts for that. So to show that it could be done, that a lotus birth could be done, that working out could be done on fruits. You know what I'm saying? That semen retention can be done, and where it gets you to, and where it sets you at, especially as a people and then as a community or so-called chosen ones. You know, that's just all it is, and it keeps you at a higher energetic state where you don't have to eat. You're learning how not to eat to live, and be lookout on that ebook that I'm gonna have coming out really soon on how not to eat. You know, because we had a lot of false prophets coming into the game. A lot of false prophets came into the game talking about, certain things on how to eat and how to, just advising certain things. And that didn't say it didn't work, but we grew from that now. We got the cream of that. Now we're going and doing it. Now we're doing that. You could have told us all of that before, but you didn't. So now we know it, because now the Most High got the hand on all of us now. We ain't got no false prophets. All of us is in tune. And those who got an ear gonna listen. Those who can see, gonna see. That's just plain and simple. You know what I mean? All right, with that being said, I love y'all, and I'll be with you in the next one, so stay tuned. All right? Peace.